Good evening and welcome to the Wednesday, May 17th, May 7th, 2025 meeting of the Gaithersburg Planning Commission. Note for this evening, alternate Commissioner Rieg is acting tonight as not all commissioners are present. First up on our agenda this evening is the consent agenda, which only contains one item, AFP 10063-2025, a two-story addition along the rear facade of 25 Solitaire Court. Any questions from the commissioners? No. All right. Is there a motion, please?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we accept the consent agreement as read in the record.
Second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes 4-0. Next up is, on our agenda tonight for site plans is SP-9991-2024, construction of a 10,175 square foot multifamily tenant retail building at 715 Progress Way. Caroline was presenting from staff this evening.
Good evening. This is final site plan review of SP 9991 2024, submitted by Brian Morris of Manton Companies. This final site plan is the first of two final site plans anticipated to fulfill schematic development plan SDP 9759 2024, which was approved by the mayor and city council September 3rd, 2024 by resolution R-49-24. The subject property is located at 715 Progress Way. It's on the highlighted in blue on the aerial, part of parcel S, and is part of the 43.96 acre redevelopment of the former IBM property. Currently vacant property is bounded by Bunsen Place to the northwest, the Frederick Avenue Linear Park to the northeast, 705 Progress Way, which is Chick-fil-A, to the southeast, and Progress Way to the southwest. And just beyond those boundaries, there's a Sheetz filling station and the two flex buildings located right across Progress Way that you can see kind of in the large white on the aerial. The applicant is requesting approval for a 10,175 square foot multi-tenant retail building, associated parking, and outdoor dining space. And here tonight to present the application is Phil Hummel of Shulman Rogers. I will turn it over to him.
Great. Thank you, Caroline. Good evening, commissioners. My name is Philip Hummel of Shulman Rogers, here on behalf of applicant Manton. As Caroline mentioned, the application tonight is for a multi-tenant retail building with related amenities at 715 Progress Way. We have members of our whole project team here with us. Next to me, to my right at the table, is Brian Morris, Director of Entitlement for Manton. We also have in the audience Ian Duke and Robert Tilson of VICA, and Daniel Ruck of Bignell Watkins Hosser Architects. Just quickly about the entitlement history before we get into the details of the site plan. A reminder that we're in the MXD zone, so we have 3 tiers of development approvals. The entire 44-acre site is subject to the sketch plan that was approved back in 2019. And after the approval of the sketch plan, there have been 2 schematic development plans that have been approved. The first one, which we call the Phase 1 SDP on the left, covers approximately 90% of the land area of the site, but does not include the area of the site plan tonight. That SDP has been implemented in 3 separate site plans, one for the 2 flex buildings and associated infrastructure, one for the Chick-fil-A, and one for the Sheetz. Most recently, the city approved what we call the Phase 2 SDP on July 1st, 2024, SDP 9759-2024, and the site plan that you see in the bottom right-hand corner is the first site plan to implement the Phase 2 SDP. Just to show graphically what I explained, you have the 2 flex buildings towards the interior of the site. Along the 355 frontage, you have the Chick-fil-A on the corner, the Sheetz further north on North Frederick Avenue, and outlined in black is 715 Progress Way, which is the subject of the site plan tonight. Future phases are Lot 8 next door, which is in that Phase 2 SDP, so that'll be the subject of a subsequent site plan application. And then all the way to the north, parcel Q, there's no SDP for that yet, so that'll be the subject of a third SDP in the future. So with that introduction, I'll turn it over to Mr. Morris.
Yeah, so thank you so much for having us, and I just want to thank staff for all their support and everything that they've given us through this whole process. So just to kind of reiterate a little bit of what Phil talked about, on the 43-acre parcel here, I think this plan is really kind of starting to come to fruition of kind of what we've originally anticipated working with the city, and kind of fully developing this site. So 700 Progress Way is fully leased with AstraZeneca, as I'm sure most of you know. And then 750, about 30,000 square feet, is leased with Daikin. So they kind of distribute and send out like the Goodman air units. So we are at lease, I can't announce it yet, but for the remainder of 750. So we are, I'd say by this summer, should be fully leased. And so we're excited about that. And I think a big component of the reason why the leasing is going so well is the retail along the front. And so with Chick-fil-A, Sheetz, they are nice amenities for the employees here. And so we're excited with Lot 7 at 715 Progress Way to introduce more tenancy within the project. And so we are talking with multiple tenants now. I think kicking off the SDP, getting that approved, really kind of helped spearhead that. And so getting through this process, I think has been exciting for us and just a lot of the tenant mix that we've been talking to. So go to the next one. So just a little more details here. So lot 7, it's roughly an acre. As Caroline said, it's a 10,175 square foot retail building. And so within this phase, we do have a seating area like that is joined with lot 8. And so the property line does straddle that seating area, but the nice thing is we're going to construct that during the development of Lot 7. So that will be a shared amenity between two lots, but will be built under this final site plan. So we are proposing 50 parking spaces here. So in your packet, you did notice that we are requesting a parking waiver. The required parking spaces are 41. We were kind of in a weird transition when we got the SDP approved, which was under the old zoning ordinance. When we went forward with the new, or with the final site plan, we kind of not got caught, but just we're under the new zoning ordinance. So when you look at just the retail that's out there now and the number of parking spaces, it is consistent with what's currently out there today and that's built. And it does meet market, just talking with the different tenancies. And really Chick-fil-A, as you know, they have a lot of traffic there. And so some of their employees do have to park off-site where we have an agreement with them. And so I think having the additional parking here on Lot 7 is beneficial just to the tenants that will be coming to this building as well. I think it's important to note too, the green area. So the requirement's 25%. Just on Lot 7, we are providing 36%. So we're above the 25%. But when you look at the project as a whole, the whole 43 acres, we're actually providing overall 43% of a 25% requirement of green areas. So just as we've gone through each final site plan, we've exceeded that 25% on each lot. And just in total, in aggregate, I think just with the linear park across the front, along the edge of Montgomery Avenue, Montgomery Village Avenue along 270. We just have a lot of green area that we've been able to preserve for this project as well. And then with the parking lot internal green area, we're right at that 10%. We're able to meet that requirement. And so as far as just some of the building elevations, this is just the plan view of the front and back of the building. And so we have been keeping in line with the design guidelines and then with some of the current architecture that is out there. And so the majority of the building is brick, and we've kept that brick at the pedestrian level experience down on the ground level. At the top of the building, you can see that there is some EIFS, just to, again, kind of help with costs, but also to give it a little more variation on that building. We've really kind of articulated the parapets as well. And then on the rear elevation of the building, we've included those swaths of brick patterns, so basket weave patterns, just to try to imitate windows. That way it doesn't look just like a flat back of house. So obviously it needs to function as a back of house, but we were able to articulate that with the different brick variations, as well as a mix of metal awnings and fabric awnings to, again, just to articulate the back of the building. And so here's just a view of the side of the building, so plan west and plan east. Again, keeping the brick at the pedestrian level all the way around the building, the ephes at the top, and again, just kind of a little more articulation with the columns of the buildings as you go along. Next slide. And so we wanted to just give you some kind of renderings of what the final build out of this would look like. So the building on your right-hand side with the coffee shop, that's the 715, what we're talking about here this evening. And so this is a nice picture of the seating area where we have some nice shade trees, benches, tables. Again, this will be shared between both buildings. And so I think it really kind of enhances both of these lots and the fact that we were able to create a bigger space versus two smaller spaces, depending on what happens at 725. So I think it's the cohesion between the two lots has, really helped that and enhanced it. So again, here's just another viewpoint of that. And then here's more of a bird's eye view to give you kind of a better look at the building of what that looks like along the front. And again, this seating area does lead up into the linear park that's along 355. So there's a sidewalk that does connect all the way to that path. So the pedestrian circulation throughout the entire property, it's actually really nice. I mean, before I came here, I just kind of wanted to walk it one more time. And it does, once this is built and everything's connected, it really, you can get everywhere pretty easily, which is nice. And just kind of 1.2, you see this road connection. So obviously we have vehicular connection between the two lots, the one proposed lot and then the one that we have this evening. And so we are proposing concrete planters to go there to keep traffic, obviously, from driving into the field. So that's something that's not shown here, but that will be kind of the interim condition that will occur with this site plan. And so that's really the end of our presentation. I'll turn it over to Phil just for closing remarks.
Thank you, Brian. I also wanted to thank staff, especially Caroline, for her responsiveness and attention to this case. We really enjoy working with staff. I also wanted to state for the record that we've reviewed the staff report, we've reviewed the conditions, and we are in agreement with them. And we are here to answer any questions the commission may have. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for the presentation. I guess we'll go to questions from the commission. Carol?
It looks like a really great oasis there in a very busy intersection. My question is, will there be signage regarding the retail shops that are there somewhere visible on 355 or Montgomery Village Avenue?
Yeah, so there will be signage on the back of the buildings for the tenants, like they have the ability to put their signs there. At the main intersection coming into the site where the traffic signal is, we have a wayward signage
Okay.
at that stop sign. So where it will be able to direct traffic as well.
Okay, all right, thank you. That's it.
No questions.
All right. We can go, if there's anyone, let me see if there's anyone on Zoom. If you are on Zoom and wish to comment on this application, just click the little raised hand button. While we wait and see if anyone online is interested in commenting, is there anyone here from the public who would like to speak on this application? If so, come on up to the podium. If not, I don't see. David Mullins has raised his hand. Tech team, if you could bring David up. Can you hear us?
Oh, hey, good evening.
We can hear you. Go
David
ahead.
Mullins. I live at the Gateway Apartments here in Gaithersburg. I usually read the agenda packet. I was just being a little lazy, though. I'm sure it says in there, but I heard there was a parking waiver that was asked for, and I just was as a member of the public, I didn't know what they were asking to be waived there, or is it a more or less situation? I heard that sounds like they're sharing with Chick-fil-A. I mean, it sounds like they got a good arrangement. I was just curious what actually had to be waived, though. That was all. But thanks. I appreciate the presentation. Looking forward to the new stuff there. Drive by there a lot. Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Sure,
Do you want to answer
happy,
that?
Sure, I'm happy to answer that. Under the new code, as Brian mentioned, there's a parking ratio requirement of 1 space per 250 square feet. If you apply that to the 10,175 square foot building, that leads to a parking requirement of 41 spaces. We are requesting 50 spaces. So when you go above the 41, that's what the waiver is for, to add the additional 9 spaces to go from 41 to 50.
So it's a space increase above the sort of maximum parking.
Correct.
Okay. Any other comments? I don't see anyone else from the public. Discussion?
I think it's great. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's great that we're infilling now. And as you said, you've got tenants lined up already, which is also excellent in these conditions. Do you have any bike parking and handicap parking? I know you've got the necessary handicap parking. Bike parking or any other amenities?
Yes, we do have bike parking. We actually have, I believe it's on either end of the building? Either side. Yeah, on either end of the building. So it's equally spaced. So we do accommodate that.
And for deliveries and trash removal, where's that located exactly?
Yeah, so if we go to the site plan. So the trash removal is, yeah. The dumpster location is right here,
Okay.
where my hand is. And then as far as deliveries go, they typically occur in the morning. And so we have, they would just pull up here, and then we have the sidewalk that goes all the way around for deliveries.
Thank you.
And I'm
Are
just
you-
looking at the site plan sheet. We are providing 8 bicycle spaces with this site plan.
Yeah.
And as far as delivery vehicles, you're anticipating what size vehicle are you confident it can make its way around the curves in the parking lot without
What was the
clipping
largest we
cars?
did? Typically, they're, I want to say box truck, but they're a little bigger than a box truck.
Your biggest turn radius is a WD B40.
But yeah, the biggest turning radius is a WB-40. Yep, that is correct.
Basically half a similar.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Any other?
Not a small truck.
No.
No. Just a quick praise to say that, we keeping the SDP and preliminary, connection back up to 355, creating that park, putting that in this lot rather than waiting for the next lot. It's wonderful. This is the last of the two missing, no, second to last of the two missing teeth on this property, so we're anticipating the next one be wonderful. I think there's a great justification here for the waiver in my mind. Being an isolated property, a very auto-centric property, I think there's a great reason to waive that maximum parking requirement. And then I'll just add a thank you to say to you and staff. I'm willing to bet on just the amount of architecture that went into the back of the building. I think there could have been an explanation from you to us as to why you could abandon the back of that building, but I'm very happy that you didn't, and it looks great. So thank you.
Yeah, appreciate that.
All right. If there's nothing else, the recommendation?
Staff recommends that the Planning Commission, based on the exhibits submitted, the applicant's testimony, and the staff report findings and recommendation, grant final site plan SP 9991, 2024, and parking waiver, finding it in conformance with sections 24-12.6E, 24-12.6G, and 24-7.6B of the city zoning ordinance, with just one condition.
And that one condition, Carolyn, that covers these concrete planners and some other small
So
details,
there was
right?
just a couple of notes on the landscape plan that were missing, including a watering schedule. And then there was just something on the storm drain plans that just
Okay.
literally wasn't readable. So, it just needed a crisper print of the storm drain plan. But that's really
Got
it.
in the mail, yes.
All right, great.
All right. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move that the Planning Commission, based on the exhibits submitted, the applicant's testimony, and the staff report findings and recommendation, grant final site plan SP 9991-2024, and parking waiver, finding in conformance with sections 24-12.6E, 24-12.6G, and 24-7.6B of the city zoning ordinance with the one condition as read into the record.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes 4-0. Thank you very much.
Thank
Congratulations.
you so much. Have a good evening.
It's great.
That takes us to from the commission this evening. Carol?
Nothing
Start
to-
at this end.
I've been busy with some personal matters, so nothing to report currently. Thank you.
Looking forward to the Gaithersburg Book Fair coming up on the, let's say, the 17th of May at the Borough Park. Hope everybody can make it. It's a wonderful, wonderful addition to the city, and lots of authors and lots of books.
A phenomenal planning use of public open space, and just a great sort of planning study in how to create community from public open space. So it's great, and we'd be remiss if we didn't welcome our troop in today. Are you, what troop are you guys?
1097.
1097. Well, welcome. Hope a little bit of civics, a little touch of civics. Lucky for you, it was a brief meeting, right? Won't be here till midnight, so that's great.
We can come up with some stuff.
We could come up with some stuff. We could discuss. Yeah, Greg, can we go back through the?
We'll now read aloud from chapter 1 of the zoning ordinance. Well, we're here every other Monday, so come back and see us again.
Wednesday.
Wednesday. I haven't gotten promoted yet.
Yeah, and some Mondays.
All right, yeah. That takes us to from staff. Jasmine?
Just a reminder that the next planning commission meeting's on May 21st, and I've already had sent an email to commissioners. I know it's early, but to poll about a joint work session on September 8th about the 2019 visioning data analysis.
Great.
It's exciting.
There goes my summer, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
When do you think that data is going to come out? Are we going to present it at that meeting, or are we going to get it beforehand, do you think? I know in September, it's like a year away, but
Yeah, we're hoping to wrap it up in the next about month or so, and then we'll get the information out ahead to the commission and the council.
it's exciting. Yeah.
But that's kind of our kickoff kind of presentation of that as it relates to the master plan.
Sweet.
Greg?
And that's a good segue. So as we are going through the update to the land use element and the transportation element of the master plan, you will probably see staff around a variety of different community events over the next couple of months. We're trying to get the information out, answer questions, and kind of just raise awareness of these updates. So we plan to be at the upcoming Bike to Work Day on May 16th. Jumping ahead. And then we also have a booth at the Gaithersburg Book Festival on May 17th as well. So if you will be at either one of those events, please stop by and say hi to the planning staff there.
An exciting booth.
Excellent.
And then my other announcement real quick is May is Building Safety Month. And so just as part of this, to raise awareness of Building Safety Month, the city does offer free deck inspections for single-family homes. If anyone has any questions or interest in that, just to reach out to the Planning and Code Administration, and we can help get that set up.
Great.
Frank, anything from you this evening?
Well, I would say, just a reminder, if anybody had not taken care of the ethics reporting obligation, but you all did, so
We'll report it.
Oh, we did it?
I'm all finished. Thank you all.
All right. If there's nothing else, we're adjourned for this evening. Thank you all very much.
Thanks for coming.